Never meant to stare. But in that moment, when our eyes met across the beach, everything changed between us. My name is James Carter. And this is how one mortifying moment with my boss turned my life completely upside down. The summer sun was blazing down on Brighton Beach. As I tried to keep up with my 7-year-old daughter, Lily. Being a single dad for the past 3 years had taught me a lot. But nothing quite prepares you for a full day at the seaside with a child who never seems to run out of energy. "Daddy, look at my sandcastle," Lily shouted, patting down a wonky tower. That was more heap than proper castle. The sun made her brown skin glow as she concentrated. Her curly hair was tied up in the 2 little puffs I'd finally mastered after far too many YouTube tutorials. "That's brilliant, love," I said, adjusting our windbreak against the breeze. This rare Saturday off felt precious. Working as a senior graphic designer at Hargrove Creative meant most weekends were spent catching up on projects or prepping for Monday pitches. I checked my phone. No messages from the office. A miracle. My boss, Rebecca Hargrove, had a reputation for weekend, urgent emails. Rebecca was brilliant, driven, and frankly terrifying. At 35, she'd built Hargrove Creative from scratch into one of the most respected boutique agencies in London. Everyone admired her. Plenty feared her. And me? I had very complicated feelings about working for someone who was both my biggest inspiration and the source of constant low-level panic. "Can we get an ice cream?" Lily asked, abandoning her castle mid-build. "After lunch," I promised, reaching into the cool bag for the sandwiches I'd made that morning. "Come and eat something proper first." As Lily trudged over to sit under the windbreak, I glanced around the busy beach. That's when I saw her. At first, I didn't recognize Rebecca. Out of her usual sharp blazers and killer heels, she looked like someone else entirely. Her dark hair was loose around her shoulders, instead of in that signature tight bun. She was laughing, actually laughing, with a woman who looked like her sister. I quickly looked away, praying she hadn't spotted me. The last thing I wanted was to talk about the Morrison pitch on my one day off with Lily. "Daddy, who's that lady?" Lily asked, following my gaze. "Just someone from work," I muttered, suddenly very focused on unwrapping sandwiches. But curiosity won. I glanced up again, just as Rebecca was adjusting her sarong. The timing couldn't have been worse. A gust of wind caught the light fabric, lifting it right up as she shifted position. For one endless, horrifying second, she was exposed from the waist up. Before she grabbed it back, our eyes locked across the pebbles. Horror flooded me as I realized she'd caught me staring right at her in that vulnerable moment. Her face went from shock to recognition to something I couldn't quite read. I dropped my gaze immediately. Face burning. This was it. I'd be out of a job on Monday. 3 years at Hargrove, gone. All because of one accidental glance. "Daddy, your face is bright red," Lily observed, taking a big bite of sandwich. "It's just the sun," I lied, rubbing my hand over my short hair nervously, wondering if I could pack up and scarper without making it worse. Before I could bolt, a shadow fell over our blanket. "Mr. Carter." What a surprise. Rebecca Hargrove stood there, now wrapped properly in an elegant sarong. Sunglasses pushed up on her head. Up close, without office makeup or heels. She looked younger. Softer somehow. But still every bit as intimidating. "Miss Hargrove," I stammered. Jumping up. "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to." She raised a hand, stopping my babble. "It's Rebecca when we are not in the office." Her eyes moved to Lily. "And who's this?" "I'm Lily Carter," my daughter announced, sticking out her small hand very formally. "I'm 7 3/4. Rebecca's face softened as she shook it. "Very nice to meet you, Lily Carter." "Who is 7 3/4? That's a very impressive age." "This is my boss," I explained to Lily. Still mortified. Trying to act normal. "The one who sends messages when we are watching films?" Lily asked innocently. I wish the pebbles would swallow me whole. Sometimes work is important, even at weekends. Rebecca said. But there was something in her voice I'd never heard before. Regret, maybe? An awkward silence settled. Broken only by waves and distant gulls. "Would you like a sandwich?" Lily offered. Holding up our simple lunch. "Daddy cuts the crusts off." To my astonishment. Rebecca paused, then nodded. "Actually, that sounds lovely. If you don't mind." Before I could process it. Rebecca Hargrove, the woman who could make senior clients stutter, was sitting on our blanket, accepting a peanut butter and jam sandwich from my 7-year-old. "My sister had to take a call," she explained, nodding towards a woman pacing near the water's edge, phone to ear. "Work emergency on a Saturday?" I couldn't help asking. Rebecca's lips curved into a small smile. Some bosses are unreasonable like that. Was she joking? In 3 years, I'd never seen this side of her. "Dad is bringing me up all by himself," Lily declared proudly. Having decided Rebecca was now a friend. "Mum lives in Manchester with her new husband." "Lily," I said gently. "Rebecca probably doesn't want to hear our life story." Rebecca took a bite, chewing thoughtfully. "Actually, I didn't know you were a single parent, James." "That explains a lot." "Explains what?" I asked, genuinely curious. "Why you sometimes look like you haven't slept in days." She said plainly. "And why you're the only senior designer who never stays for after-work drinks." I shrugged, suddenly self-conscious. Childminders are expensive. Lily needs routine. Rebecca nodded, watching Lily head back to her castle. "My dad raised me and my sister alone after Mum passed. It's not easy." That floored me. Rebecca never shared anything personal at work. Her life outside the office was a complete mystery. "It has its tough days," I admitted. "But the good bits make up for it." "Like beach days?" she asked, gesturing around. "Exactly like beach days," I agreed, relaxing a fraction. Maybe I wasn't getting sacked after all. As if she'd read my mind. Rebecca said quietly. "About earlier." The embarrassment rushed back. "I'm truly sorry. It was an accident. The wind and these sarongs are hopeless." She interrupted gently. "Let's just pretend it never happened." Relief hit me like a wave. "Thank you." Rebecca watched Lily for a moment. "How do you manage it?" "All of it." The question threw me. Rebecca Hargrove asking my advice. "Not very well, some days," I admitted. "There are times I feel I'm failing at everything. Dad, deadlines, keeping the flat from chaos. But then there are moments like this." I nodded towards Lily. Now decorating her castle with shells, lost in her world. "And it all feels worth it." Rebecca nodded slowly. I admire that. Finding balance. Do you ever take proper time off? I asked. Then instantly regretted it. Sorry, none of my business. No, it's fair, she said, surprising me again. And the answer is not enough, according to my sister. She practically dragged me here today. Lily came running back with a handful of shells. Do you want to help with my castle? She asked Rebecca. I started to say something. But Rebecca was already standing. I'd be honored, she said. Following Lily to the sand. What followed was the strangest half-hour of my life. Rebecca Hargrove, feared in every London boardroom, was on her knees in the pebbles, helping my daughter build towers and walls. She tackled it with the same focus she gave client decks, suggesting better supports, pretty shell patterns, dead serious. And she was smiling, really smiling, in a way I'd never seen at work. When her sister finally came over, looking sorry about the long call, Rebecca introduced us. Emma, this is James Carter, one of our senior designers. And his daughter Lily. The one whose work you were raving about last week. Emma asked, eyeing me. Rebecca gave her a sharp look. James is very talented, she said evenly. Daddy makes pictures on computers. Lily explained helpfully. That's spot on, Emma laughed. Lovely to meet you both. As they got ready to leave, Rebecca hesitated. The Morrison pitch on Monday. Don't come in early. Client moved it to Wednesday. Oh, I said, surprised she'd mention work. Thanks for the heads up. She nodded, then added. And perhaps we should talk about your hours. If you're juggling all this alone, we could look at something more flexible. I stared, speechless. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, she said, turning away. Then to Lily. Lovely meeting you, Lily. That's quite a castle. You can show it to me again sometime. You can come help next time. Lily offered generously. Rebecca smiled. I'd like that. As they walked off, Emma leaned in and said something. That made Rebecca laugh and shake her head. I like your boss, Lily declared. Back at her castle. You know what? I said. I think I do too. I was seeing Rebecca Hargrove. Really seeing her, for the first time. Monday morning came with the usual rush. Getting Lily to school. Me to the office. I braced for awkwardness. Would she pretend the beach never happened? Was there tension now? Had I imagined that moment of connection? At my desk, a small package waited. Inside, a delicate little glass sandcastle. And a note. Some things are worth building carefully. Ah? I looked up. Rebecca was watching from her office doorway. She gave a small nod. Then turned back to her screen. Something had shifted. Something big. One accidental glance had shown me the person behind the boss. And I couldn't help wondering where it might lead. The weeks after brought quiet changes. Rebecca introduced flexible hours for parents. Team meetings moved from 5 p.m. to 3 p.m. When Lily got flu and I worked from home 3 days. She rearranged deadlines herself. And sometimes, late nights. She'd stop by with coffee. Ask how Lily was doing. 2 months later. She paused at my desk one evening. Everyone else had left. You should head home, James. Lily will be waiting. Mrs. Wilkins stays till 8 on Thursdays, I said. Our lovely neighbor, who helps after school. Trying to finish the Crawford visuals. Rebecca studied the screen. They are strong. Really strong. But they'll still be strong tomorrow. I looked up at her. Her hair was looser these days. Her clothes still smart, but less severe. There was a gentleness now. Thank you, I said, saving the file. For everything lately, the hours, understanding Lily. It's made a massive difference. Rebecca was quiet a moment. You know, I've been thinking about what you said at the beach, about balance. I'm not great at it. But I'm trying. As I packed up, she added. There's a company family day next month. Family's welcome. Will you and Lily come? The question felt heavier than just a work outing. We'd love to, I said. Rebecca nodded, a small smile there. Good. I'll look forward to it. Walking to the car that night, I realized one embarrassing moment. One accidental glance had opened a door we didn't know was there. Rebecca Hargrove was still my boss. Still formidable. But now I saw the woman too. Someone searching for her own balance. Someone who built sandcastles with the same care. She built campaigns. And maybe, just maybe, we were starting to build something else together. Something neither of us expected. But something that might matter most. 6 months later. As Rebecca and I walked along that same Brighton beach. Lily running ahead, curls bouncing. Our hands brushing now and then. I knew life's most awkward moments can lead to its most beautiful beginnings. Sometimes a stolen glance changes everything. What are you thinking? Rebecca asked. Her hand finally slipping into mine. Pale fingers lacing with my darker ones. Just how grateful I am for that windy day, I said honestly. She laughed, a sound still new and wonderful. Next time, I'll just say hello like a normal person. Where's the fun in that? I teased, squeezing her hand. Ahead, Lily was already starting a new castle. Calling us to hurry up and help. As we knelt in the pebbles beside her, I caught Rebecca's eye. And in her look, I saw everything I felt. Wonder at the strange path that led here. Gratitude for second chances. And hope for everything still to come. Sometimes the loveliest love stories start with the clumsiest chapters. And sometimes the family you build together is stronger than the one you thought you'd have. If this story warmed your heart, please give it a like and subscribe. For more tales about life's unexpected turns and the connections that change us. Remember, sometimes the most embarrassing moments lead to the most beautiful beginnings. Share your own stories in the comments below.